What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Jangs Away video. Now, similar to my last video, we're talking about NBA 2k24 or just NBA 2K general, my team. As you can see on the screen up here, we have DBG's YouTube channel. Now, shout out to DBG. Always seems to be talking for the community. Never lets 2K slide on any of their BS. He put out a video here, the lies, deception, and greed of NBA 2k24 MyTEAM documentary. And so I thought, hey, why not watch it with you guys and react to it? As you can see, I started watching it, but then I stopped and I thought we'll react to it. And I also hit him up on Twitter or X just to make sure that he was okay that I watched this and reacted to it. And as I expected, great guy, said, yeah, go for it. So yeah, let's do it.
Situation. Journalists are looking.
So we'll just restart that from the beginning.
The community is in uproar. There's an article in Forbes about this whole situation. Journalists are looking for answers and hearing nothing from 2K. That's just the current state NBA 2K24.
Let's just have a quick little thought about that. Journalists, not just the community, but journalists asking for answers, and 2K just like, whatever, we're not even here.
Where my team is in. The mode that we all once loved is in its lowest ever point. And in this video, we are going to be talking about all of the lies, deception, and even some things you could argue were straight up scams in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. So to start off, we obviously have to go back to before the game was even released. Because if 2K didn't make promises before a year, we wouldn't have anywhere to look back on to show that 2K were straight up lying, or at worst deceiving us into being hyped falsely for this game. Obviously the first thing they said was about the player market, and this was to replace the auction house, which has been in the game since NBA 2K15. Obviously recent years was kind of ran by coin sites, so basically 2K decided to get rid of it. They said right here that the player market evens the player field for everyone in my team. It also says each player card will be available at transparent prices, and also says if you want, you can outright get sets for an entire discount. They then finish it off by saying that cards will go down in value as the year goes on, so cards will eventually be cheaper in following seasons. So at the start, they initially did what they promised. While there were a lot of lock-ins, they did stay.
I have to say, I was one person at the start of the year that I thought, hey, maybe it would be okay if they got rid of the auction house and they had this. I thought maybe it might be a good change. It might have been a change that we kind of could have enjoyed. But yeah, I was damn wrong.
There were going to be collection rewards, and you can see here a 58% discount. But one thing they didn't say in the dev blog was that the discount was going to be VC only, so MT, no discount. But one day in February, the mode became a casino. You were not able to get any cards that were the highest tier. You were no longer able to buy them in the player market. You were no longer able to get them outright. You had to gamble for them on packs.
And you forget about this stuff too. As I'm rewatching this, as I'm watching this, and reliving all this stuff in my head, you forget how shitty it was, how bad it was. DBG putting it all in together is really bringing it back into sort of focus. If you watch this and you don't go, what the hell, then I don't know what to say.
So the player market instantly became completely irrelevant. And you can even see right now, even the discount is gone. While it's still VC only, it's now only 6% and some weeks as low as 5%. You can see here about cards going down in price. And if you look, Season 1 September rubies are 14k. Rubies that were out after Season 3 are 2000 MT. Season 1 Amethyst cards are 28k, whereas Season 4 Amethyst cards are 5k MT. It doesn't make sense. As you can see right here, the first diamond is 98k, and diamonds are now 14k. All are newer ones. So while the cards did go down in price, they all just had a set maximum price that they could be reduced to, which was never said anywhere. So cards from earlier in the year that are amethyst are going to be more expensive than pink diamonds from Season 5 and 6. And even if you want to get a good card, you're going to have to lock in a collection. And there's some cards that you want, but you better believe these packs are rigged. They haven't claimed to be equal chance since the All-Star pack. They are completely rigged. You are not getting one of the best cards. You're more than likely going to get one of the worst cards if you do that. But even still, if you go and open packs for cards, we saw from Troydan spent nearly 10,000 Canadian dollars on a 100 overall. It took him nearly 3,000 packs to do it. And with countries deciding the FIFA packs are gambling, I'm surprised that not a bigger deal has been made out of 2K. I think if 2K MyTEAM was a bigger mode, or if FIFA decided to do what they're doing right now, what 2K are doing, these packs would have been made illegal already in most of the world.
100% agree, but at the same time, because there is no competition, 2K have just been able to get away with everything forever, or like since there's been real competition, which is probably like, I don't know, like NBA Live 14, was there even a 14? I don't know, whatever it was. But they've been able to get away with everything, and for the most part, we've kind of turned our back and went, say, oh yeah, that's really bad, but hey, we'll just keep looking over here at this new shiny stuff. And yeah, it's sort of where we've gotten to.
So the player market was a straight up lie by 2K. What they initially put it forward as a way to get any player and a way to make cards more attainable, in fact, was the opposite. No players are now in the player market. The MT currency is useless. And while 2K said they were bringing in the player market to level the playing field, maybe they did initially. Maybe they did when they decided to do that at the start of the year. But on All-Star Weekend, everything changed, and this game mode became a casino. It became a casino in a game that was made 3+ or E for everybody. It is a casino that can be basically accessed by a kid if they want to. And it is very worrying for the future of MyTEAM that this is something that they thought that they could do and get away with. And what's even more concerning, not that they thought they could get away with it, the fact that they have done it and they have gotten away with it up to this point.
So before we get on to the main part of the video, I'm going to be going over some smaller lies throughout the year. So the first thing, this wasn't MyTEAM specific, but it was about the Hall of Fame / Pro Pass. Basically, 2K, Mike Wang, insinuated that you were not going to have a competitive in-game advantage for the Pro Pass. And while he never said it specifically in MyTEAM, the fact that we started off through 4 seasons of only getting an alternate card art, there not being any sort of a difference between the cards, and then in Season 5, 2K decided to change that. You can see these 2 James Harden cards. Stats-wise, they're exactly the same, but animations are a huge difference. One of the Hardens has a release on quick, one is very quick. I assume you can get which is which. Basically, it means that you're getting a big time advantage in the card for spending the extra money, as well as obviously doing the grind. You can see right here in September, these are all going to be in chronological order. 2K falsely advertised the odds on packs. I'm not entirely sure whether 2K did compensate people in the end, but if they did, it wasn't by giving them the cards and the fake odds. In November, 2K advertised a Jeremy Lin card, who was actually the first card in history to be VC only. He was the first card you could only ever buy a VC in the history of MyTEAM.
And like packs or boxes or packs or whatever that are VC only, I think is bad enough. When they've gone to be cards only, like cards that are VC only, that just makes it even more worse. Like, it's just like, yeah, I can't, I mean, I haven't gone back and looked, but I'm sure 35,000 VC back 2K16, 2K17 would have probably nearly bought you a box. Maybe it would have, I can't remember. But it would have brought you like a 10-pack box, maybe. I can't remember exactly what the price was, but it was something crazy like that.
Never happened before, so there's some countries where you couldn't get the card. But also, I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not sure about the legality, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm not sure you can release an item on sale. As you can see here, they showed that there was a big sale in the price. While there was no set price for diamonds in the VC auction house because, well, obviously diamonds varied in price, 2K decided to release this Jeremy Lin on sale at a VC price of 35k with a price of 87.5k, which he was literally never up for. And while most of this is going to be negative, this is actually something that 2K did well. And the reason why I'm putting this in the video is at the start of December, 2K, they done goofed and then they made up for it by basically saying there was an issue, you can go and have one of them for free. So 2K did something good, and the reason why I'm putting this in the video is that it shows that 2K, when they want to, can actually do something good. However, a few days later, 2K released a Nick Claxton, and he had an 88 3-point shot, and then 2K decided to change that and give him a 55 rated 3-point shot. Should he have had a 55 rate initially? Maybe, but people went and spent their real money.
Yes, perfect point. I don't think he should have an 88 3-point shot in that situation, but if they put him out there and people spent money on him, then they should have left it. They should have left it. Like, I know the terms of service and everything about it say it's not worth anything, not worth any real money, but that's, I don't even know what to say, really.
Spent their real MT on this card only for 2K to change him and make him worse. On Christmas Day, we got our first set of primetime cards. We'd been promised them months before, but this was the first time we saw them. We haven't seen them since. This was a big part of a blog that we literally saw once. 2K advertised we were going to be getting primetime cards for big matchups, and then they just forgot about it or ignored it because it probably wasn't making them that much money. Again, not a big deal, but it does show that there is deception advertising something as important and then not following through with it. And who remembers Moments cards? 2K decided not to actually release timely Moments cards like they said, and they released Season Rewind. We thought they were going to be a monthly thing. Nah, they literally just gave us 30 twice and that was it. And who would ever forget the PG glitch, which allowed people to make millions and millions of MT? At the same time, I don't know why we're calling it a glitch. It was a mistake on their part. They decided to put them at too cheap a price, and people made MT off that. 2K wiped the MT of all accounts that did it, which is fair enough. But at the same time, 2K swept it under the rug. No compensation for people that didn't do the glitch, and the no communication whatsoever just left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. 2K then repeated the Jeremy Lin scenario by putting a card in the pack market for VC only. And unlike Jeremy Lin, where it was a scrub and everyone could ignore it, there was no advertised sale on this one. This was just the best card in the game being released for 175,000 VC, which was a crazy price. $50 for a card.
175. I wasn't really playing at that time. 175k VC for one card. Like, having this all wrapped up together in thing. I don't know why I'm holding a magnifying glass. But having this all wrapped up in one video is really sort of like hitting my, I don't know, my optic nerve, carrying this stuff back to my brain and going, what the fuck?
Not attainable in the player market, but of course, obviously, you could also gamble for this guy if you wanted to. And Season 6 started off with some incredible free rewards in the game modes, as you can see here, available till May 17th. Dwayne Wade, you've seen Siakam until May 18th. You've seen Brandon Ingram till 18th. So they're all advertised till May the 17th or 18th. And then 2K decided to take them all out of the game and replace them Playoffs Deluxe packs a month before they were meant to end. And right afterwards, they put all the cards back in the game except you had to pay for them. They literally took free cards out of the game and made you pay for them in the weeks afterwards. But now to the reason why I made this entire video.
This is...
Wait, before he goes on, like... I don't know what to say. Like, the title of the video is so fitting. The lies, deception, and greed of NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. And I apologize, my lighting in here, I just noticed is really bad. When I'm watching a full screen video and there's light, if I have my other lights on, it's trash. So, yeah, but anyway, let's get more to what DBG is saying.
Afterwards. But now to the reason why I made this entire video.
This is absolutely not okay in any way, shape, or form.
So 2K up until yesterday had advertised a Kobe Bryant card for collector level. He's in the game until the last minute. And for those of you who aren't into MyTEAM and don't know how much this card takes, it would basically involve you playing the entire year, over 1,000 hours of grinding the game, on top of the 1,000 hours, spending somewhere between $5,000 and $15,000 on this game, depending on how lucky you were. However, 2K decided to then put it on their Discord, not on their Twitter, on their Discord. So not public information, put it on their Discord. So if you aren't in their Discord, you couldn't see anything. Basically, 2K saying that they changed up the collector level last minute, 2 hours before the deadline in April. That's what they decided to do, and they made it a 100 overall option pack. Can you argue the 100 overall cards, the two of them are going to be better in game than Kobe? Sure, but that's not what people spent money for. That's not what people spent their hard-earned money for. And regardless of what you think about it, 2K had to have known this. I hope they would have known what they were doing. Whether it was a time crunch, whether it was a licensing issue, they still gave people false hope until literally the...
See, if they, like, everything they've done is, like, scungy and terrible and shit and whatever. But just changing it without any explanation, like DBG is saying, if there was, like, a licensing issue or something with, Vanessa Bryant, with 2K's wife. 2K's wife. Far out. It's late. With Kobe's wife. You know, if there was something, say that. Or say, for reasons we can't disclose, we have to change the thing. Don't just say we're doing it and you got to like it. Like, if there's an actual reason, give that actual reason. Or if you can't give the actual reason, give some sort of an explanation. Don't just be like, we're doing it. And you're going to take it like a champ.
Final hour. Nobody was happy about this. You can see this from Ty saying it's one of the sickest things he's ever seen. From Henry talking about Kobe's name for false advertisements is disgusting. And even Troy now, one of the biggest 2K creators of all time, complaining about this, asking why people haven't been fired and just saying somebody needs to say something. However, we did go and see a tweet from a former 2K employee basically trying to play devil's advocate. I assume that he knows a little bit more than we do, saying it might be a rights issue and it might not be as simple as it looks.
I'll finish this part.
He then said a logical side to an extreme reaction. I actually don't think the reaction's extreme if you've been a part of the MyTEAM community. Also, him saying that he doesn't think there'll be an intentional shift that will bring negativity. As we've seen from MyTEAM, there are so many intentional shifts that will bring negativity. They just don't care. And even
I can't agree. I know this guy is an ex-2K employee, maybe, like, not anymore, I don't know, whatever. I don't even know who he is. But I know he's only trying to play devil's advocate, but that doesn't, if it doesn't give them the right to be able to do it without any explanation. Like, I know they've probably got it in their TOS that they can do that, but it's still not good. And, like, I don't know how anyone can still play the game. Like, I know it's basketball, and I've been one of the biggest components on, like, oh, I need to play a basketball game. Like, I've like, that's something that's, like, feels like it's going to be with me forever. But I don't know how, like, you know, I love food, okay? And, like, I've been losing a heap of weight. I've been trying to eat better. You know, I've had some medical things and things, but it's obvious to me now how bad it was for me to eat the way that I was eating. And if I kept doing it, I was going to die. It's bad for us to keep playing 2K. Like, I know some people have to do it as a job. It's their way they make income. It's their only way they make income. And they have to do it for that reason. But the rest of us that don't have to do it, I don't know why we would. I don't know why we wouldn't take a stand. And maybe we will. I don't know. I am. I don't know if you will, but...
Even if he's 100% on the money, I don't think it helps anything in 2K's perspective. And Bucks Nelson made a great point, better than I can. So I'm going to show off what he said in his video about this.
Some rights situation with Kobe Bryant that specifically affects this one aspect, that you could have Kobe's shoes in the game, you could have Kobe's other cards in the game, and you could even see 100 overall Kobe in the card in the game. But for some reason, as a collector reward, the negotiations broke down for whatever reason. In fact, Vanessa Bryant might have said, I'm cool with Kobe being a collector reward as long as he's never something about just pulling packs. Now, I don't think that happened, but it's technically possible, right? And once they changed to the gambling model, she could have sent somebody over and be like, oh, by the way, don't let them do that with Kobe.
See, I don't know, because I feel like if they have these other cards in there, they've already got a contract saying, they probably have a contract saying what they would have had the right to use it for. I'm just thinking, so that Corey said there, look, I'm going to play devil's advocate, blah, blah. Don't shoot the message. I'm just saying that the agreements with properties are tough business sometimes, and if something breaks down, it's very tough to be open about it due to said contracts. Again, not in the know here, just trying to play, look at it positively. The one thing that I have a problem with him saying that is I feel like we've all been looking at 2K's downfalls positively for so long. And it's time, like, we can't keep doing it. Then Big O said, if anything, I think going forward, companies look more closely alone. Just Just get rid of promotion blogs that do not match one by one gameplay throughout the whole year. Yeah, probably that he's right.
They got to do something else. There is something going on behind the scenes that forced them to not have Kobe with the reward as a reward. And for the record, I doubt this. I do not think this is the case. And I'll tell you guys why as we go forward. But even if that was the case, the communication and the use of the people's enthusiasm for a Kobe Bryant that doesn't exist, that was no accident. They had some time before today, and most likely before last Friday's drop, which I'm sure made them a bunch of money. They had some time to communicate with the community and say Kobe's not happening, and they waited until literally
100%
the last second, getting the most possible
Sorry, my chair's super squeaky.
out of the Kobe FOMO.
So the Kobe situation might be one of the worst things I've seen 2K do when it comes to my team. I genuinely don't see any way you can justify this. Even if it is a rights issue, which more and more people are starting to say maybe it is. Like, I'm seeing it more on my timeline, and then obviously Corey knows more about the ins and outs of 2K than any of us do. I still don't see how it can be a rights issue because Mamba Moments is in the game and he's still in rosters. But, look, you can't obviously rule it out. But at the same time, even if it is a rights issue, they didn't find out 1 hour before the deadline.
Exactly.
They didn't find out 1 hour before the deadline that it was a rights issue. And they've known. And that is what the saddest part is that even if it was out of 2K's hands, they still didn't go about it right. They still went about it in the most deceptive and greedy way possible. And they still went about it in a way that they could get as much money as possible from people wanting Kobe.
100%.
Even if it is a rights issue, they knew it might make it even worse. If 2K knew that they weren't going to be able to release Kobe, keeping Kobe as the advertised reward all the way to the very end, literally the final hours when it changed, that might be even worse than ignoring it, than forgetting about it. Because it is one of the darkest moments in MyTEAM history. In a year of the darkest moments in MyTEAM history.
That's right.
So anyway, that is the video. Obviously not the highest edited video, but I wanted to get this out while the point is still relevant. MyTEAM, especially NBA 2k24 MyTEAM, has been one big lie from 2K. They have lied, deceived, you could argue scammed their audience for the entire year, purely out of greed, purely because of the almighty dollar. And for that reason, I can't see MyTEAM ever going back to the way it was. And I'm somebody that has been praying for that for years. When my team's good, I'm good. I'm making good content. I'm able to make content around the game mode. I'm able to be positive about the game mode. Like, my views and money are up, which helps as well. And when my team's bad, you see videos like this. You see what was happening on the DBG MyTEAM channel. You see just non-stop negativity. And I think, if anything, we've gone easy on my 2K this year for what they've done in this game.
Yeah.
The negativity,
For years.
I don't think, is quite negative enough. But now, after seeing articles from Forbes, this getting some mainstream news, maybe 2K will at least address it. Because there's no excuse. And there's no way that there's a justifying 2K. There's no way that we should ever give 2K the benefit of the doubt again with this situation or anything else. Anyway, that is the video. Actually, it's not, lads. We've got a song to end the video.
Yeah. Shout out DBG, awesome video. Shout out to the people that made that song at the end. Hopefully that's not copyrighted. Yeah, like, what else can you say? Watch that video. If you haven't watched that video and you've only watched me really react to it, go watch DBG's full video. The link will be in the description down below. There'll be a link to DBG's channel as well. Not that he needs my promotion. If anything, I need his promotion. That'd be awesome. But yeah, like, you know, shout out DBG, always speaking up for the community in a positive way for the community, and a way that is trying to hold 2K accountable. Now, I know I won't be playing 2K anymore unless something drastic happens. But yeah, I can't see myself even buying the next game until I see that there's a change. So anyway, that's it for the video. Once again, shout out DBG, shout out to everyone that's been tweeting. Also, I've seen that Terrence Ross has tweeted about it a couple times, so, you know, shout out to T Ross. I think that's what we need, bigger people than us small time people saying something. Need people like DBG, like he always does. People like Ty Debo and Troy Dan, Terrence Ross, people like that to speak out. And yeah, hopefully one day something can be better, but yeah, I don't see it. But anyway, all right, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.